Well, hello, my beautiful Scorpio. Welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your career reading for the end of February, right through to the end of March 2023. I've already cleansed your space and have meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for your wonderful likes, shares, and subscribes. I am truly grateful for your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about to pretend to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings. I do not take your money, e-gifts, donations. I'm not on Facebook, WhatsApp, PayPal, Telegram, or Patreon. I will never ask you for your credit card details. I will never ask for personal details. And I will also never give you a cell phone number to call. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful there's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Scorpio, this is your career reading. I'm going to get all of your cards first before I connect to an outcome. But just so you're aware, your 5th and your 11th house are influencing you at this time. Now, your 5th house is all about the pursuit of pleasure. And as this is a career reading, some of you may feel it's difficult to focus or you want to go out and have fun. You may also feel like you need to enjoy your work more. So you may be focused on trying to restructure the way that you work in order to bring a little bit more fun into the working environment or into the practices that you have to adhere to when it comes to your responsibilities. Now, also your 11th house is all about your social circles, your friendships, but it's mainly about your hopes and wishes, all the things that you're trying to accomplish and what you're truly wishing for showing up for you because you're really hardworking and you're going to accomplish it. Also, the 11th house really connects to the internet. So some of you may think about setting up a business online, perhaps, or you will get more clients if you already have an online business. So it really will be influencing you in a very, very positive way. Now, very strong energy here. We've got the World card, which is you being determined to be very productive. Get everything that you start finish. I really actually see you tying up loose ends, finishing what you start, finishing projects and being on to the next. So also I see leadership skills here. You've got the Emperor energy there. So very, very successful. You will reach your goals. But let's see the details of what's going on for you. I mean, some of you with the World card may even be thinking about relocating or, trying to maybe move into a new sector because the World card can be that you're completing a cycle in a place and you feel that it's time to intuitively move. I mean, wow, Scorpio, you got double Emperor. That is so important. This means that whatever success that you're coming into, it's big, okay? This is about power. It's about structure. Some of you may be setting up your own business. This is about totally dominating your career sector and being at the best or the top place that you can be in your career. So some of you are going to step into leadership positions and you worked really hard to get there, okay? The Three of Swords is also present in your reading, which tells me that you have found it very difficult or uncomfortable to reach this level of success. Nobody said it was going to be easy. Nobody said it was going to be hard, but you didn't think it was perhaps going to be as hard as it has been. But you've got the self-confidence and the drive, the motivation to make whatever it is become a reality, okay? I mean, look at that. Knight of Cups. There's an offer coming on in here for you. It could be it's something that you love doing, okay? And, I know there's such a cliche where they always say Scorpios, they love being in control, all blah, blah, blah. I'm a Scorpio too. So I read those things and I'm like, really? Really? Sometimes I'm worried about controlling or things or having so much responsibility. I grew up with so much responsibility. Don't tell me I got to have more responsibility, especially when our 5th and 11th house are kicking in. We're like, I want to have fun. Where's the fun? Where's the, just... So anyway, I'm just going to pull another card actually just to see about finances. Can you show me anything a little bit more about the finances? Okay, they're actually showing me a treasure chest in the water right now. I wish you could see what I can see. I'm scrying at the same time as doing your reading. 8 of Cups. And we've got the Lover's card. You will get what you truly desire as long as you walk away from anything that does not resonate with your soul. So we do have a money deck here, so we will go into that in a moment. But they're showing me the treasure chest, which, I mean, it can mean that you've got a hidden talent, perhaps, or it can mean that you're going to stumble upon excess finances, or you're going to attract excess finances because of your sheer hard work and determination. So, I mean, you could also see images of treasure chests over the next 6 weeks or so. There's an offer coming in to do something that you love. And whilst money is, of course, important, we all need money to live, pay bills and find security. I definitely see success and victory being yours, and an offer being made, or something coming on in that is really great news that helps you elevate into the position that you want to be in when it comes to your career. Okay, so let's get straight to the first card. This is the equilibrium card, okay? So it's the equivalent of balance, harmony, reaching a goal. I'm also getting this, because it's the Temperance card, really, but it's about finding where you feel like you belong, okay? It really connects, I mean, this card in particular, if you read the history of this card, it connects also to that worldly, completing a goal, learning a lesson energy as well. So I feel you're trying to find balance. Some of you are thinking about whether you could work in 2 countries, spend time in one or maybe even 2 different states, because I feel, you know, there's something here to do something that you love, that is the one, you know, her feet are in the water, so that's to do something that you love, but also there's feet on the ground. You're keeping a grounded plan about you. So I feel like you've got some options at this time, and you're being moderate or temperate in your approach to this situation. When you got the Temperance card, this is like, you take on a lot, okay? You have got many fingers in many pies, and sometimes you may feel overwhelmed, or you may feel like you are multitasking at high speed, and you may feel that you never have time for yourself. So I do feel like you're going to be in the flow of making things happen, and I feel like you're going to find a more moderate schedule. So some of you may be in a position to restructure what you do at the moment in order to find more time for you, especially since your 5th house is calling out, have a little bit more fun, okay? I do see a lot of growth in your career, actually. I feel something that you've been expecting for some time is headed in your direction. It may be something creative, okay? Some of you with this energy of duality, I get some of you may do something like 9 to 5 perhaps, or oh my gosh. Thanks so much, I'm so grateful. They're giving me a song in the water right now. Okay, you all know what song this is, surely. It's Dolly Parton. Let me just give you the lyrics that are giving me. They're really honing in on a bit of it. Tumble out of bed and stumble to the kitchen, pour myself a cup of ambition, and yawn and stretch and come to life. Okay, that's all they're giving me of the song. I mean, that image really indicates that you are close to burnt out. You know, you're really like running on empty. You are just stumbling out of bed. Some of you may feel like that right now. You want to snooze that button. But you've got ambition, you've got drive, you've got some place you want to be, you have a goal. And I feel it's the challenge that excites you, but at the same time, it's been difficult, okay? So I really feel like you are making sure that you put in the hours to get to where you want to go. Now, some of you, as I was saying before, that song came along. I mean, that song may be relevant because you may hear it after this reading, or you may hear it in the next 6 weeks or so, just totally by accident in the mall or on your play shuffle. You know, I was reading the comments in the comments box below, and I think it was an Aries reading. I'm not 100% sure. I uploaded it yesterday, and a song came up in that reading. And one of the collective, she listened to the reading, and she felt compelled to go and find her mother's old clock, and it came with a radio on it, and she switched it on, and the song that I just mentioned played on her mother's old clock radio that she'd just taken out of the attic, and she hadn't turned it on for years. And that's how this works, okay? So listen out for those songs. It indicates something career related is headed in your direction that is going to be very, very lucrative and very emotionally rewarding. Okay, so listen out for that song. Something you have your eye on, a goal, your ambition, it's starting to sprout, it's starting to take shape in your life. Now, as I said, some of you may be wanting to do something 9 to 5, but you also may have like a side hustle, or you may have like your main idea that you've got that you want to accomplish. I feel like you will find the balance between the two, and I feel you may even leave one of them eventually to do the thing that you really wanted to do in the first place, okay? So I really feel more than anything, things, you're fine-tuning what it is that you're interested in. So even if you're at college and you haven't started the working environment just yet, you may be fine-tuning what it is you want to focus on, and as soon as you do that, everything starts to flourish. There's a lot of growth in your career, okay? Now, a lot of you know, I feel like you have been running on empty. You have been struggling. There's been a lot of difficulty, and you've not been talking about it. You've been putting a smile on it, and just because I get this sense that you're uncomfortable, even to the point where I even want to move my seat. I feel really like I'm in an uncomfortable position. So with the High Priestess here, some of you are actually going to use your spiritual gifts to set up a second stream of income, or you may go into a spiritual sector. So you may feel that you can do the two. I mean, it could be that you're doing like a 9 to 5 job because that song came up and that energy came up just before the song came up. It could be also that some of you want to do, learn how to teach yoga, or, be a Pilates instructor, or you may be someone who is a counselor. You're studying psychology on the side. Because I feel like you are studying or you're preparing for something other. I just get the sense that you are currently in a transitionary phase. I mean, for some of you, it could be that you're thinking about leaving a place that you found very difficult, and you're keeping it to yourself, and you're putting your resume out there to find new opportunities or better status in your career that brings in more money, more responsibility, more accolades. But also, some of you may be setting up your own business, becoming an entrepreneur, okay? But with the High Priestess here, intuitively you feel that things have been difficult and you need to find balance in your career, okay? Even if you decide to stay where you're at, you may find that because you're so ambitious and you love what you do, that sometimes people take advantage of your hardworking, focused nature, and they may actually give you more work because they know that you're capable of doing it. So they may be actually delegating a lot of their projects onto you, and you're doing it in speedy time. But at the same time, you're like, am I picking up all the slack here? Is this fair? Because I feel like there's an energy here of trying to make sure everything is reciprocal. With the High Priestess, this really indicates that you're cautious. Okay, you're cautious about something. Now, some of you, it could be world events. Some of you are cautiously looking at the structures that are being put in place around us as humanity, and you may be trying to intuitively tap in to make sure that you are in alignment with protecting your finances should there ever be an economic fluctuation, and there being money fluctuations, let's put it that way, a crash or something like that. Some of you may be looking like that. Just because you are a sign, my beautiful Scorpio, who tends to see life 4 or 5 moves ahead of the game. It's like a chessboard for you. You tend to see things in strategy. So it's almost like you're like, okay, I'm in this position. I could go into this position, this one, this one, this one. What is the eventuality in each situation? How can I prepare myself for each situation? Am I ready? Yes. Okay. So I just get this sense of preparation here. Some of you may even be thinking about leaving a place with that Fool card there. Some of you may be taking a new adventure in your career or new opportunity in your career or beginning something new, and you're keeping it to yourself, okay? Because the High Priestess, she's mute. She does not talk about the things that she's doing. She keeps it to herself, and she trusts her intuition to bring her to where she needs to be. Now, male or female, not a gender specific reading, it's about the energy. But I feel there's something here, a calling, something you feel is written that you're called to do, and you're doing it, okay? But you're keeping it to yourself. Now, also with the High Priestess energy, it could be something to do with the mind, or you feel that someone at your working environment is playing mind games with you. And I feel and I'm not blowing smoke up here, you know what, my beautiful Scorpio, but I get this sense that if anyone's trying to push your buttons or play mind games at work, they're never going to win, okay? Because you are the mastermind of mind games should you want to play them, but you tend not to want to play them because you understand the dynamics of how it feels to be the outside, the person on the outside looking in. So you wouldn't want to do that to another person. But whoever this is, if you're dealing with someone who is abusing their power or trying to, I mean, there could even be someone who is behaving inappropriately at work because they have alternative motives or they have feelings for you in areas that you're not willing to discover or discuss, and you feel that you're trying to keep this person at an arm's length, and it's difficult. I mean, of course, if that's happening for you, most importantly, go to HR, perhaps launch a complaint. Make sure you safeguard yourself if anyone is being unprofessional at work, let's put it that way. But I really get this sense of this feeling that it shouldn't be this hard, whatever it is you're trying to accomplish. Things are changing for you, okay? So don't give up on whatever it is that you're trying to focus on. I feel like you never would anyway, but the Three of Swords indicates here that there is difficulty. You may even feel that if you, for example, I always say it, I almost don't want to say it. You know what's coming, Scorpio. I almost don't want to say if you've got Leo placements. So I'm just going to, let's pretend I never said that. The Three of Swords, it's just like if some of you have already lost your job, for example, and you're looking for a new one, then you may have had difficulty trying to find something that suits your skills, the caliber that you work at, and that will change. There is a new position that comes in that is so rewarding and brings a lot of finance, but it's more about you doing something that you love. That's only a small percentage of energy that I can feel that some people have perhaps lost their job. But if you, the rest of it, it's almost like I feel for this one, I feel about 8% energy. Okay, the rest of the percent who are working currently, you may have just been finding it really, really difficult. It's been challenging. And there could be lots of cutbacks at work. I feel also in your private life, your private spending, I feel like you're trying to cut back in all areas as well, because I feel like you're in preparation mode, okay? Three of Swords energy, there could be some miscommunication at work that you're dealing with. Could also be some confusion on deals and you need to talk them out. It could also be that you're not sure if you even love what you do anymore. You used to do it, but maybe you feel that you've hit some sort of level where it's time to change, or people are just putting too much upon you, expecting too much of you without financially rewarding you for it. They want you to do the work, but they're not willing to pay the extra for the extra hours that it's going to take you to do it. So if that's the case, I really get a sense here that you're launching something new or you're trying to move into a new sector. We've got the New Beginnings card, the Fool card here. This is something that perhaps you've been waiting for, or as in you've been putting it off for some time. But whatever it is that you're launching or trying to do that's new, you're freeing yourself up. This is the resistance position. The first pile is how you're feeling about things. And I feel the second pile is, any restrictions, anything against you. There may have been some immature people that you've come across who tried to get in your way or tried to slow you down, been careless. They may have even tried to take your skills or the credit for your work, but I feel like you're liberating yourself from that, okay? The Fool card indicates that you've known for some time that perhaps you need to make a new start or even start a new project, okay? You may be feeling if you want to stay where you're at and you kind of enjoy what you do and it brings security, you may look at the everyday and feel like you're in a routine and you're not really stretching yourself, because you are a sign that likes to be ambitious. You like accomplishment. You like to feel like what you're doing is worth it, or you need to feel like it has value, that you have purpose. Otherwise, you can't do it. If you're not 100% about something, Scorpio, you tend to not want to touch it because you are all in. You're ride or die. That's your energy. So I really feel there's something new that awaits you, whether it is a new way of working. So you look at the way that you work and restructure so that you can find more fun in your work, so that you can find a little bit more excitement, spontaneity, curiosity about what you do. I mean, some of you may even think about putting yourself in a course of learning to learn new aspects of what it is that you do, in order to launch yourself into either another direction or into more money. Because I really feel here you're launching something, okay? I just get the sense that launch is important. And I feel whatever it is you're launching yourself towards, it's towards a higher opportunity that brings maybe a higher status, definitely more money, more success, security as well. So some of you CEOs, partnerships of businesses, becoming an entrepreneur, that sort of thing. With the Six of Wands here, I feel, I mean, it's in the resistance position. So you may have thought about walking away from something that you felt was not working for you, or you may have felt that you've had a lack of confidence in an area that you work in, or you feel there's an aspect of your career that you just don't like doing. So you may even talk to, if you're remaining in a position that you want to stay in, you may even talk to like your boss or talk to someone and say, you know what, can we restructure the way that we work? Because I love doing these parts of the position, but this not so much. Is it okay if I delegate that, or we find a computer package that can deal with that more efficiently, and therefore I've got more time to focus on other areas that would bring more revenue or more success to the business. So I feel whatever it is, you're finding a solution to it, and it sets you apart from everybody else. The Six of Wands, by the end of the 6 weeks, because this reading is technically for about 6 weeks, 7 weeks, this indicates that you will be so successful. You're going to stand out. This is a card of success, good news, but also victory, okay? When you get the Six of Wands, this tends to mean that you are an influencer and you're stepping into a position of power. I do get a sense that you're rewarded or recognized for what you do. And Six of Wands energy is like, if you've been feeling stressed and you've been fighting for something, this is you stepping into a promotion or receiving a qualification, or the results of you investing all your energy, time, and your devotion. This is a card of prosperity, okay? As you can see, we got the victory read there. So whatever it is you're launching, you're influencing something, okay? And it will be successful. I mean, some of you, if you're setting up your own business, or you are setting up your own channel or TikTok or whatever it is, you may become an influencer or someone who, I mean, Six of Wands is a card of fame. So some of you, you may be performers and you're getting your voice heard, you're getting your voice out there, or you're getting yourself out there. You're going to be seen, you're in the limelight. This is award, triumph, accomplishment, and success. And with the King of Wands backing it up, I really get a sense that you are in a very powerful position in your career to make the moves that you really desire, okay? You know, King of Wands energy can also connect to spiritual influencer. So some of you may actually use your skills and your talents for a really good purpose. And when we tend to want to use our gifts to help other people, the universe comes along and gives more abundance quicker than ever before, because you are actually doing what you love to benefit others. And the universe says, then we should be very generous and give you a reward back. So that's when you are fairly recompensed by the universe. When you get the King of Wands, this is a card that indicates influencer energy, or, you know, entrepreneur energy. So if you're thinking about launching that business, or you've got an idea, because in the water right now they show me a light bulb, which tends to mean a lucrative idea, or you know, suddenly you want to step into entrepreneurship, or there's new income headed your way. Whatever it is you're launching, the King of Wands, they've always got the salamanders on the cloaks or on the floor. There's always one that there's some there on their throne. This indicates that you are protected, okay, in any endeavor. So whatever you feel like you're taking a risk on, or you're opening yourself up to new, the universe has got your back and supports your decision to make the changes that are necessary. But I feel more than anything, you're trying to restructure your career so that you can have more time for you, but also you bring a little bit more spontaneity into what you do, because you may have felt like you're in a routine or a repetitive cycle and it's just been bringing you down. There's no doubt about it. You're hardworking, you're committed, you're really good at what you do, you're so talented and you're gifted, but you know, if you do something that becomes a habit, you get really good at it. You become the master at it. That's what they're showing me. You're going from King of Wands energy to Emperor energy. So you're becoming the ultimate master at what you do. But it can become very repetitive and boring. So you are trying to look at a way to be very proficient, very precise, and know what you want, but at the same time, keep it interesting for you. Otherwise, there's no point. Because Scorpio, if there's one thing I know about a Scorpio, you don't work on other people's time. You don't work for anybody else to benefit them. You work in your energy. You march to the beat of your own drum. You like to help other people, and you like to, you know, be a source of inspiration for other people. But ultimately, you're in a position where you really want to focus on helping yourself and your family become the success that you truly know you can be. Okay. So I definitely see here with the leadership card as an outcome energy that you're stepping into a position of power. Some of you, as I said, you're setting up your own business, but this is a card ultimately of success, okay? Being a natural leader. You're protecting everything that you've worked really hard for. And you're being strict with yourself when it comes to time. I feel like you don't want to waste your time. And also, I feel financially, you're being strict with your budget. I feel, yes, there may have been a bit of difficulty financially, but I feel like you're finding solutions to put yourself in a really good financial position. And again, because of world events, you may be looking intuitively and noticing patterns and things like that, where you put yourself in a position to safeguard your finances, making sure that, of course, institutions that you have your finances housed are not linked. Should there ever be a financial fluctuation, you will find a way to make sure that they're all separate, so they are protected by any governing body that ensures your finances. But with the leadership card, this is status, okay? This is reaching a climax in your career that will give you that self-confidence and know that you are a master of what you do. Some of you may also give really good advice to somebody who will actually do you a good turn in the future as well. So if anyone comes asking you for some sort of advice, don't just turn them away, because I feel this person in the future, they will really benefit you. And you're not giving advice to benefit you in the long term. I feel like there is a wonderful, generous spirit about you, and the universe also rewards that as well. I mean, to have the Emperor twice, this is a card of you knowing that you need to get organized as well. You know, take action on something. Whatever you've been sitting on, whether it's an idea, whether it's a project, whether it's, you know, a screenplay, whether it's a play, whether it's a piece of art, whether it's you launching that new business, whatever it is, don't delay. Get busy doing. Be organized. Get that schedule in a position where you can find time to really work hard, focus hard, and then play hard at the same time. The Emperor energy, I feel like you're in control, okay? So any restructures that are going on in your career, you are in control. And this Knight of Cups also indicates that you're doing something that you love. You have a lot to offer when it comes to your career. And this is a card of, you know, knowing that you're pouring your whole heart and soul into something that will be very lucrative in the future, and also feel like you're adding value to your career sector and to your life as you build a life of luxury. The Knight of Cups also indicates that there is an offer coming on in for you that's going to encourage you to step into a leadership position or into a position of more responsibility, but it brings more money with it as well. The Knight of Cups tends to mean you're not focusing on the finance aspect, you're focusing on doing something that you love, and the finances will follow from there as well. But this is a card of indicating that you're educating yourself in financial matters so that you're ready for any eventuality. And I do feel like there's some really good news, or it could be a new job that's offered, or a new position, a promotion, a raise, or even a new investment opportunity. They're actually showing me in the water as I do your reading. They're showing me a game of Monopoly, it looks like. Yeah, it's Monopoly. Okay, thanks so much. I'm truly grateful. So this could mean that you're either putting yourself in a really good position, or some of you, it may be that you're going to be deciding to take a job in the city somewhere. It could also be, I mean, Monopoly is about buying property. So some of you will step into a position or get a raise or a promotion that helps you save for a property if you're trying to buy your own home. Or it could mean that some of you are literally going into real estate so that you can have, is it called passive income that comes from that? You know, I feel like there's a financial move. I mean, because you got the Emperor twice, some of you may even be putting your finances, your savings into bricks and mortar so that you can make sure that your finances are secure rather than having it in a bank, for example. So I feel you're really looking at your money and being very financially savvy with the way that you operate, not just in your career, but in the way that you operate financially. But some really great news, something being offered to you, okay, that comes in, something that you love doing that will give you a position where you feel like you're in control, you can make it yours, but also where you feel like you're adding value. And whatever this new opportunity that's being given to you, whatever it is, I feel like they really admire your skills, they really appreciate your skills, and you really stand out from the crowd. I feel like they recognize that they've got the best when they hire you, okay? Or even if you're deciding to stay where you're at right now, I feel like the company that you work for, even though there's been a lot of tests and it's been very difficult, I feel like people in positions of power, they know what they've got when they've got you. They know that they've actually got someone who adds value to their company, okay? We do have the Eight of Cups, though. They will regret it when you leave. Eight of Cups indicates if it's not emotionally rewarding, you're leaving it. And because we got the Fool card there, this indicates that you're leaving something that has been difficult, something that is just not fulfilling for you, something that you feel has let you down. So you've been working really hard. You may feel it's not financially rewarding. I feel some of you may have put your resume out there, but I feel majority of you, I get this energy that you're starting up something or you're stepping into something that is going to lead to ultimate success. And you're going to be able to afford a lifestyle that you've been dreaming of, okay? Because the person who leaves in the Eight of Cups, they stumble on the Nine of Cups, which is a wish fulfillment, which is, you know, the good life. So I do feel that is where you're headed. The Lover's card indicates you have a lot of options, you have a lot of choices, but it's ultimately about you doing something that you love that will bring in the finances. The Lover's card at grassroots indicates you're in a very strong law of attraction mode right now, which you're attracting what you truly desire. And whether that's success or power or domination or more money, I feel like you are in a frequency where you're bringing it closer to you than ever before. Also, the Lover's card, this is a time to make a decision, okay? If you're looking at your career and you feel like you've outgrown a situation, or you feel that you are not being, financially rewarded in the way that you should be for all of your skills, I feel like you're taking that leap. You're taking the initiative to launch yourself into something new or take a new path. I mean, some of you may be thinking about going abroad, or you're thinking about launching something that is connected to the world in some way. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful. This is so weird. They just gave me this sentence. Okay, I'm just going to give you this sentence because I feel like it's connected to the Monopoly board, because they've just shown me the Monopoly board again. So, I mean, this may be relevant because either you just played Monopoly, or you are going into real estate, or you're going to see something that's relevant to Monopoly after this reading. It could also be that someone is trying to monopolize your time at work and prevent you from moving forward. But I'm just going to give you the sentence that they just said to me, because I'm clairaudient as well. So I'm just going to give you this sentence. Domination of an economic market by a single entity. I mean, that's just giving me shivers. I don't even know really what that means. Obviously, it means maybe one powerful source controlling economic status right now, being in control of which way it goes. So, I mean, maybe this is something that you're thinking about or you're worried about, or, I mean, I feel like you're putting yourself in a really good position to safeguard yourself against these fluctuations. So I see you cutting back in certain areas, saving money and being prepared for any eventuality. The Lover's card tends to tell me that you do have options and that you are connecting to those options. And I feel, I mean, your outcome energy is success. It is reward. It is powerful position energy, leadership. So I'm just going to clarify before I move forward. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Anything more the Knight of Wands. So this is about being a visionary. Knight of Wands is someone who is bringing more spontaneity into their work. You are someone who has great ideas. This is you being determined for a new adventure or being innovative in your working environment to shake things up and change it so that you feel a little bit more creative, a little bit more, you know, in control of the way that you work. And it's exciting. This brings more excitement into your working practice. Also, when you get this card, you are unstoppable, okay? You've got these wonderful visions, and you're remaining true to what you value the most, and you're manifesting in many forms when you get this card. Also, some of you may feel that what you're trying to achieve is risky, or you may feel that it's something you've never done before or your family have never done before, and you may feel it's a bit of a gamble. But I feel that you've got a plan, that and a strategy, because you've got the Emperor twice. So that's, you know, you are the master strategist. I feel like you've got this, and I feel that you are mature enough to make the right decisions, and you are protected in the decisions that you're making. It will pay off. I feel like it's going to be very, very successful, okay? Now, I do also get an energy here of someone being in a position of power in your working environment, or even in the career sector that you work in, really noticing what you do and offering you something. It could be a partnership or an opportunity to work with them or shadow them in some way. I really get this energy of someone in, like, friends in high places, or someone who is an alliance, an ally in high places, seeing what you do and wanting to elevate you, because I feel like the only way is up for you, okay? I feel like you've worked really hard to get to this position. So it's not just about fate. It's not just about destiny. It's not about good luck. It's actually about the hard work, the dedication, and the talent that you've got that puts you in that position in the first place. They want me to go one more, bizarrely. I wouldn't normally, but they want me to. Okay. So we have, I'll start with, let's start with a negative one first. It's not really negative, but it says secret stash, saving your pennies, finding money. It does have the word theft there, but I feel like this is about your ideas. So pay close attention to who you trust, and, you know, because there could be someone trying to take credit for your ideas. As I said, there is an energy coming through of someone who is not, who does not support you in your journey, or doesn't revel in your accomplishments. If anything, I feel like they would be happier if they try to hold you back. So just watch out for that, okay? It says here, acting, assistant, hidden potential, unknown. So I definitely picked up on the performer energy, but also I feel like there's a hidden talent that you've got, my beautiful Scorpio, that really is something that could be quite lucrative. But I mean, we all wear various masks for various things. We're all authentic. We are our honest self, but, you know, we will wear a certain mask at work. We don't want people at work to know our private life. We also don't want our work to come into our private life. So we have certain boundaries. So I feel if you are someone who works from home, for example, you may find it difficult to shut off, shall we say. So you may start work at like 9 and you should finish at 5, but because you've got a goal or something you want to accomplish, you know, you may be working long into the night and finding that actually you have no time for yourself. So make sure when you restructure your schedule that you leave time for you. We've also got the butterfly, which means there is transformation here for you. Also spreading your wings. I feel like you're becoming. It says sudden change, frivolous spending, short-term loan, arts, movement, temporary jobs, fun work. So again, it's about finding love, you know, your love for your work, or finding love that you, finding work that you love to do is what I want to say. Some of you, if you're going to get a short-term loan, it could be to do with a mortgage, or sudden changes. I feel like you're in control of those sudden changes, especially because you have that equilibrium card there and the Emperor. This tells me that you're making a restructure in your career because you feel it's time for change. We also have award. Okay, so you standing out for the crowd. Winning money, payoff for effort, recognition, advancement, professional work, and fame. I mean, all the energy is pointing to this. And I know some of you out there are like, I don't want to be famous, but you may be someone who's in a very high position of power within your career sector, who is noticed, who is well known. Because I feel this is more about your reputation. You're someone who is serious about your work, you're ambitious, you're going places, and I really feel you're going straight to the top, okay? We've also got coins, so even though we had a lack of coins in your reading, my guides did deliver on the coins to let me know a little bit more about your financial security. I feel it's more about you doing what you love, but the money will flow from there. It says money coming in, wealth, good investments, sales and finance, getting a raise, lucky. So all these cards are very, very positive. I mean, there are some negative cards in this deck, so it's not all about, you know, exciting things like money conflicts, cutting through corners, having a breakthrough. So I feel, you know, you've got a lot of positive things coming in for you. I feel you're keeping a tight rein on your spending as well, just so you can save and not overspend, because there are fluctuations economically that we're all aware of. Things are getting a little bit more expensive across the board. So I feel like you're putting yourself in a really good position to weather a storm. And at the same time, I feel like you're finding your place in your career sector and you're thriving. You're doing what you love and you're going to be the best at it. And it's going to bring a lot more reward. Okay. So I'm just going to go and get a trinket before we close. Aha, so we've got the skull and crossbones, which is basically your element. This is a Scorpio sign, okay? So death card, death trinket energy indicates, you know, a transition phase, making progress, evolution. You're outgrowing certain working practices and you're embracing new. When you get this, this indicates also that some of you may be breaking old habits, you know, releasing anything that's perhaps getting in your way. If sometimes you know, you're like a nice little gossip by the water cooler and the bosses are noticing, some of you may actually change the way that you operate, maybe bring your gossip to another area in the building or something like that. I just get this energy though that you are making changes that are long-lasting changes in your career that brings, you know, something much greater, because when you get the death card energy in a trinket, it does mean that you're making space for more reward. You're making space for more abundance. Also, if there's anything toxic in your working environment that's made it difficult for you, I feel like you're cutting it out and you're removing yourself from that. So whether that's physically removing yourself and finding a new opportunity elsewhere, or whether it is that you are, you know, changing the dynamics by making a complaint, I feel like you put yourself in a really good position. And those people who've been making it difficult for you, they're going to regret it. Okay, I get this sense that there is regret in losing you, but also them seeing you be so successful. Success, I mean, if you're spiritually evolved, there's no such thing as wanting to get revenge, okay? Because what's the point? You may as well invest that energy in yourself. But if we're talking about revenge, I feel like success is your revenge, okay? So I will leave it there. I hope something resonates in that reading for you, my beautiful Scorpio. Even if, you know, you're not dealing with anyone toxic or anything like that, if there's anyone who's not really supported your goals or your dreams, I really feel like you're going to show them. You're going to show them what you're made of. You're coming to some sort of climax in your career, okay? But if something does resonate, please like or subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press a little bell that lets you know when I update my next message. It lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is so important for me too. Thank you so much, my beautiful Scorpio. Love and light.